Welcome to Premier Sports Talk. We are live in the studio, bringing you the sports talk show for the people. Let's dive in.
What's happening, everybody? I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. And on this particular episode, as you can see in the thumbnail, it says, they want to see me fail. And we're speaking on Shedeur Sanders. But in the bottom right-hand corner say, we now know why. He says he knows people want to see him fail. But what I'm going to do in this particular episode, I'm going to share with you why they want to see him fail. Why they want to see him fail. But before we get into that, we're going to see where my approach on this particular episode is that there's been other large sports content creators out there showing clips of when Shedeur Sanders did an exclusive interview with Apple Music. And me in watching this entire interview, I took away some things differently. Some things interspiritually that I've been led to share with you all. You see, we all seen with our own eyes what occurred to Shedeur Sanders, starting from the draft, starting when he finally made it to the Cleveland Browns facility, and how the treatment didn't even get any better there. Was supposed to be red-shirted, was never supposed to see the field. But still, the doors was open for him to still rise. And y'all remember what I said, still he rised. But he rose because of his faith. You see, just because he wasn't getting any preferential treatment, and they made sure he earned every minute to even have an opportunity to get on the field, he still rose. And they say action speaks louder than words. And we all saw it with our very own eyes. But still, he rose. But what I want to share with you all is, there's that poem by Maya Angelou that says, still, I rise. I had to dig deep and go back on this because I want to share it with you all. I want to share it with everybody. Because it has a very significant reason to this episode. They want to see Shedeur Sanders fail. But I'm going to explain to you why. But even Maya Angelou, the great Maya Angelou, even tells us and reveals why people think the way they do. So let's listen.
You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Just because I walk as if I have oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns with the certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken, bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries? Does my sassiness upset you?
Gotta pause it right there. Did you hear what she said? She was talking to the people that wanted to see her demise. She said that her sassiness upset those who want to see her demise. She said, do you want to see her with shrunken shoulders? But still, she's rising. Listen to this poem because it reflects on what we are seeing occurring to Shedeur Sanders.
Don't take it so hard just because I laugh, as if I have gold mines digging in my own backyard.
Did you hear what she said? Don't take it so hard just because you see her laugh. We always see Shedeur Sanders smiling, despite the obstacles, despite the negative narrative and agendas that get thrown and slander upon him. But it still upsets the naysayers. Still, he rises.
You can shoot me with your words. You can cut me with your lies. You can kill me with your hatefulness. But just like life, I rise.
Y'all hear it? Oh, boy, I'm feeling some type of way. I know I was led to do this today. You can speak your lies, slander his name, but still, you won't see him defeated. We still see him rise.
Does my sexiness offend you? Oh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance? As if I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs.
Now, we all seen the diamonds that Shedeur Sanders, the chosen, the franchise, I'm saying it, I'm speaking into its existence. If you want the culture to change, he said, bring him to your team because he's going to bring a new mentality, not one of defeat, but one that he can and that he will, because he believes in what the Most High has placed in him. Man, this is so powerful. And it intertwines with the spirit that Shedeur Sanders carries within.
Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain, I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling and bearing in the tide.
Gotta pause it again. You gotta bear with me. She referenced the ocean as a black ocean. That's a metaphor. You see, the haters, the naysayers, the ones that don't want to see us achieve, they want the demise of people of color. And she referenced herself as a black ocean that still rises like the high tide.
Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, wow. There I go.
I had to share that. I had to share that because there's a saying that if we don't know our past, we cannot know our future and what it holds for us, because knowledge is power. And we that don't obtain knowledge or don't seek knowledge, we will be defeated. Why do I say that? Because there will always be somebody that tells us what we are not when we have the power within that we already are. You hear me? I got to share this with you before we go on. And I'm going to get to the two clips of Shedeur Sanders' interview, but I got to take you on a little spiritual journey. And it says, the one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind me and reaching forward to the things which are ahead. I press on toward the goal for which God has called me in heaven to achieve. That's the verse, Philippians, within the Word of God, chapter 3, verses 13 and 14. We always hear Shedeur Sanders reference that he doesn't dwell on the past. He doesn't look at things in the past. He only looks ahead. He doesn't dwell on yesterday. He's only focused on the task ahead, the goal to achieve, and putting in the work to ensure that he achieves what's already been placed in him. Like I said, I'm getting to the clip. And see, some people want to say that if Shedeur Sanders don't win this QB battle, that he's the one that should be traded from the Cleveland Browns because they don't think he's going to make a good backup because he has too much of a supporting following. They want to call us the Shedeurians and all kind of other names. But like I put a post out on X the other day, and I said that they haven't realized the following that Mr. Shedeur Sanders has. We are not just fans, because we watched this young man grow from the Jackson State days of playing with the HBCU college, Jackson State out of Mississippi. We watched this young man grow and elevate to play for the University of Colorado. They had career record breakings there. And we became closer to him. You see, we're not just fans of him because of our steps that we've been walking with him, whether it be from up close or far. Shedeur Sanders is family. And family, we don't play about our family. We may have family members that we don't talk to for years, but let something go down and we will be there, especially for those that we care about, that we love dearly. But see, they want to say he can't be a backup, but yet this Shedeur Sanders did he not play until the 7th game of the season? Did we not hear him say in the interview, do not boo Dillon Gabriel because that's his teammate. He supports him. Come together. You want to support him? Support Dillon Gabriel. Because in the end, the team wins. We saw him dap Dillon Gabriel up. We saw him speaking life into Dillon Gabriel when he was going through some rough patches on the sideline. And this is a clip that I'm about to show you that I didn't even know occurred right before Joe Flacco got benched and they had to put Dillon Gabriel in, where it shows Shedeur Sanders going over, speaking words to Joe Flacco to lift him up, to pick his spirits up, to speak life into him. And for copyright reasons, because the music they got in the background, I cannot play it. But they say a picture says 1,000 words, and I can share what occurred. Joe's down. He's not playing good. And who comes over to talk to him? Who comes over to speak life into him? We're all about to see with our very own eyes.
I got you. Appreciate it. Not like he's done in this.
You see that? It was Shedeur Sanders. I don't know how many of you all have seen that particular clip, and I said for copyright reasons, the music they was playing in the background, I could not play it, but I could play that very little clip where we heard Joe Flacco say, "I'm all right, man. Thank you." Shedeur Sanders was the one that went over to speak life into Joe Flacco. They see a picture says 1,000 words. They say a picture says 1,000 words. But what did we see? But the naysayers up there, the negative media up there in Cleveland, that all they want is misery wants company, want to say, oh, if Shedeur Sanders doesn't start, if he doesn't start, he needs to be traded. But we just witnessed him going over to Joe Flacco, trying to pick his spirits up. You see, the thumbnail says they want to see him fail. And we've all heard Shedeur Sanders say it's not going to happen. Why is it not going to happen? Because his belief in the Most High, and he knows that as long as he holds up, hold on, and hold out, and keep believing in the word of the Most High, that he's going to win. That he is going to win, y'all. Because I got something else I want to share with you. And like I said, I'm going to go into the 2 clips that he shares his inner self-being that he had an interview on Apple Music. But before we get there, I got to give you the pieces, the steps that supports who this young man truly is. You see right here in this particular thumbnail, you see, first thing that comes to mind is, it's not how you start off the race, it's how you finish the race. It's how we finish. It's not about the speed, it's about the finish. It's not about who moves the swiftest in the beginning. Because, you know, my mind's going to Mary Kay Cabot on the 3rd day of optional practice. The 1, 2, 3, uno, dos, tres. The 3rd day of the optional training camp. Mary Kay Cabot came out and said, my sources says, and out of them 3 days, she was only there 1 day. Because the media was only allowed up there 1 day out of the 3 practices when the optional training camp first started. And she came out with that my sources says statement that went viral, that Deshaun Watson's in the league. She came out with my sources says is that if Deshaun Watson's in the league, they need to give him all the reps and don't basically waste any time with Shedeur Sanders. My, what a difference a day makes, because she ain't singing that tune now. You see in my thumbnail, it says to the right with a check mark, the endurer finishes in faith. I'm giving you some spiritual nuggets right here. The endurer finishes in faith. Shedeur Sanders said that he told us even in his interviews that he got a lot closer in what occurred last year to God. He reads a lot more scripture, building a foundation within himself. Because the word of the Most High tells us, do not lean on our own understanding, but those that lean on the word of the Most High, he shall renew our strength. Do you hear me? You see, time, which just blew me away when I got to this. It says time, chance versus endurance. I'm gonna say it again. Time, chance versus endurance. Time, perfect timing. Not his timing. Not his will be done. Not when he wants it to happen, but in perfect timing, in the timing of the Most High for him to receive a blessing that he has for him. But see, we all got to endure some things. We got to all go through some trials and tribulations and overcome some obstacles in life for us to succeed and be prepared for what God has for us to be blessed with. You see the roll of the dice. You see, he didn't falter and waver in his faith last year. He didn't crap out. No. I'm rolling them dice, boy. I'm dropping some spiritual nuggets, the rolling of the dice. It's where that word chance come in. But then in the end, it says versus endurance. That's where we get to the truth in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 11. And the main takeaway I'm trying to get to you all here before we get to these 2 clips, seeing a different side of Shedeur Sanders, part of his inner spirit. It says the takeaway is everyone who stays in the race and finish it with faith receives the ultimate crown. Oh my gosh. I got to say it again. The takeaway, everyone who stays in the race and finish it with faith receives the ultimate crown. Did we not see Shedeur Sanders throwing to equipment managers, throwing the trash cans, placed on the opposite side of the field, but they tried to break his spirit and humble him, but he stood on the word of the Most High. He endured, he believed, and he kept on pressing on. Boy, there was some nuggets there. But I still got to get to you. Just bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. It says they want to see him fail, but he already told us it's not going to happen because of his faith and his conviction and his determination to be consistent, to prevail and persevere. You see, the main reason a certain demographic want to see Shedeur Sanders fail is there's a certain demographic that don't want to see people of color like myself succeed. There are those that doesn't have a darkened skin tone, whether it be Asian, Puerto Rican, African American, India. There are those in this world that think that they are privileged, but they are truly the minority because we are the majority in this world. You see, they want to continuously try to systematically tell us that we cannot and we will not be who God has already called us to be. You see, I was supposed to play this other video, but I just got this channel on a YouTube partnership and I'd rather speak about it instead of show you about it. But there was this one particular Caucasian lady that said that the reason why that they cannot stand people of color is because of their inner insecurities. They don't want to see us succeed. They don't want to see us with joy. They don't want to see us build something from nothing and make it an empire because they had the shortcomings and not being able to do it. We all heard that cliche saying, we are stronger in numbers. And that's not a lie. We are stronger in numbers. But then they want to always try to divide us. They always want to attack our intelligence. They always want to say that we are not. And disregard, I'm going to say it, our Black excellence, our people of color excellence. They want to steal our joy. They want to try to defeat us physically and mentally. But how do we get along even since the beginning of time? We gathered together and we sung a song that brought joy to our spirit and helped us deal with the inner pain. They try to divide us through laws. They try to divide us through education. But still, as we just heard Maya Angelou say, still we rise. They can't stand how we keep persevering and put our heads up, shoulders back. They fear our rise. We are stronger in numbers. And that's why up there in Cleveland and across this land, that they fear the power of the intelligent person of color, whether it be man or woman. Shedeur Sanders represents a new brand of athlete, an athlete that doesn't have to depend on the NFL, an athlete that's now with this NIL money, they rather stay in college and get the bag instead of enter the NFL and get less money with their NFL contract. Truth be told, Shedeur Sanders, you know, even though they knocked him down in the draft where there was a consensus that everyone thought at the time he would be a number 1 or number 2 draft pick, but he dropped all the way down to the 5th round, and they tried to break his spirit, not only his, but the entire Sanders family. But what I saw with my very eyes, watched the NFL draft all 3 days, what I saw was the family. I saw the family rise. They kept the faith. They fought the good fight. And even though they had to go through the fire, the family endured, and we watched them still rise. All the money he lost by getting knocked down in the draft, we just recently saw that Shedeur Sanders made so much money off of endorsements, off the NFL training cards, off the NFL jerseys, other NFL endorsements, Gatorade, Nike. You see, what the Most High has for each and every one of us is for us. And can't no man or woman take it away from us. Young Shedeur Sanders made more money than any NFL contract could have possibly gave him. We're witnessing something special here, y'all. And we're seeing it before our very own eyes. So it's time for me to get to these clips here and listen to another side of Shedeur Sanders that we haven't seen. And I'm glad that I'm able to share this with you. Just hold tight.
Represents. It's like I'm on the bright side of things now, mentally, within myself, within my viewpoint of a lot of things, and within like my respect for a lot of different things and my value system. I think I look at a lot of things differently. You could tell by the music, by the music that the other music that I like is different. I like always having a great surreal feeling at all times, and you could create that. But a lot of people in this world don't know how to get to that, and I feel like I found that within myself, and I found that with other things and other studies that I do. So it's like a color scheme. It's like you look at all these apps and all these businesses. It's like they understand colors. They study these different things because colors is feel. So it's like certain colors will make you feel a certain way and all that. So me, I like being in a great feeling, great mood. So I always have a lot of different colors at all time. I'm all black today because I'm in business mode. So it's like all black business mode.
Okay.
But I got colorful underwear on though.
I like,
You always gotta
I like this
step in your
idea of thinking about it in color scheme. So technically, like, what's the color scheme of the new record, Turn Back?
Listen to this, y'all.
3 reasons every sales business needs Sales Apes AI Appointment Center.
We got
1,
a commercial here.
it engages inbound leads on autopilot, 24/7 via email, SMS, live chat, WhatsApp, or message.
What's the color scheme of that? I ain't gonna lie, I was just in a dark room thinking, so I guess that was dark.
But you let all the darkness out on that.
I let all the darkness out, and I let it was like a release.
Yeah.
So it's like it just made me happy. Even when I think about that day, I'd be like, dang, I can't believe I felt like that. and then I look back at those moments. I'm like, well, this is great. This is a normal human emotion that I'm able to express, but I don't think I'll get back to that place mentally. You know,
it doesn't sound like a place that you need to really dwell.
Yeah, I think it's cool moments to dive into, but I think I'm fine with that now.
Yeah,
I think I'm good on that.
Yeah, but it's cool that you felt, like you said, courageous enough to share this on a record, and then somebody else going through a really tough time. Because the hard thing, so I feel like when you're going through a really, really dark time, one of the worst parts of it is feeling stuck. Like, I'm gonna be stuck in this feeling and this emotion for so long, and this place that I'm in, and
you don't see the other side of things.
Right. And for me, the only thing I can do to get through those things is keep doing something small, like take a step. And it's not gonna make me feel better today, but I'm like, a week from now, I'm gonna be glad. And I think songs like this and just great music in general, that's what they just help me power through those moments, you know.
The funny thing is, I can understand that. I was this year got me closer to God and everything. Like, I was watching sermons and everything every morning, and then it was just saying, like, you know, you winning if you just keep going.
Did you hear what he said? You say, I had to give you the seeds before showing you this clip. The verses within the word of God before showing you this clip. The proof is in the pudding. He said what he went through brought him closer than God. What he went through, he filled his spirit with the word within him so that he can endure. And he knows that if he keeps going, that he will overcome. You see, I had to give you the seeds before we got here for you to partake of the meal that I'm showing you all and I'm sharing with you all. That if we lean not on our own understanding, but lean on the word of the Most High, we shall prevail.
All you got to do is just keep going, keep taking one step, keep showing up, keep doing all these different things. So then I'll look back and I'll be like, dang, all this stuff happened. Like, how was I able to stay sane? And a lot of people ask me those questions, and it's like, I just kept going, taking one step forward. Then when you're out of it, then you're like, geez, it's a different type of relief. And you're able to look at things through like third person point of view.
Yep.
You know, so that's kind of like the world I live in now.
Y'all hear it? I'm gonna share with you this other clip. I gotta share with you this other clip.
When you do some type of concert, whenever you make some type of music, it's only catered toward this audience. And it's like, nah, the audience is everybody, you know? So I think giving back is what I do it for now. You know, a lot of people held me down. A lot of people, like, truthfully made me be how I am today. And like, when it comes to the jersey sales, when it comes to like being able to capitalize fully off everything, it's like, that's not me. That's the people that's buying it. That's the people that's doing it. So my respect for them is even greater. So I like to do crazy and free events, like, and try to maximize everything, you know, to give everybody that feeling. Like when we was in Cleveland, it was an apartment complex got burned down, and I just seen a DM, and I was like, hey, help out. Boom, I responded to DM, connected, and we had a 3-way call. And we was like, I was off season last year. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fly in and let's do something for the community. Let's do something big. No sponsorships, no none of that. It's coming out my pocket, and I really don't care about that, because that's what, you know, I always say, like, what I earn is for. That's me tithing. I give tithes in real life. You know, like I do mine for I give money like in a different way, you know, in an experience that is really appreciated. So it's like all those people that we help, like in the Garden Valley, and we just brought one day there, and so many people was doubting, saying, don't go there, you're gonna get robbed. I'm like, why? why, if you coming to be a light in a situation of darkness, why would somebody want to take that? And like I said, it was a lot of doubt, it was a lot of hate, it was a lot of things, and you know, the community really appreciated that and they really loved that. So I randomly meet people to this day saying, bro, I'm thankful for that Garden Valley thing that you did. And for me, that's fulfillment. For me, that makes me happy that we was able to share one piece of time together, and that was memorable. You know, so that's what makes me happy.
Yeah, it's always nice to give back to.
Again, I'm Double P, host of Premier Sports Talk. And I had to feed you the seeds before I could give you the meal. You see, I came at this at a totally different perspective. I wanted to see, or should I say, I wanted to show an inner enlightenment side of Shedeur Sanders. I wanted to reveal that side. And all those who take the time to tap into this particular episode, they want to see Shedeur Sanders fail. But it's not going to happen. Now you know why. He has a connection, a spiritual connection to the Most High. And he believes in the word, and he puts the work in. And I showed you the word that said, he that sees the race to the end, with their faith, they shall receive a crown, which is the victory. He doesn't allow the negative narratives and the agenda to feed him or make him believe that he's something that he's not. And I also shared with you that there's certain part of this particular demographic in this world, because of their insecurities, because of their fears, never wants to see any person of color succeed. I said a certain demographic, but I'm not talking about all within those demographics. There's always a bad apple in the bunch, as they say. But my ask is, if you enjoyed this particular segment, this particular point of view that I brought and showed and revealed a different side that we may not have seen in Shedeur Sanders, bless the channel. Hit that like button. If you ain't subscribed to Premier Sports Talk, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Because sometimes we are called, this just got placed within my spirit, to reveal and expose the darkness in this world. Because there's a song I put out. Will you accept the call? Will you accept the call? And it was just put on my spirit to drop this live episode, to show a different point of view. And I hope you enjoy it. Y'all be blessed. See you on the next one.